Thank you for having me over here. I've had the good fortune of being involved in the music industry in pretty much every role. As a musician, I started off in my teens. I released my first album when I was 16, and then saw that the distribution wasn't very ripe for independent music, so I set up a record label. Then I set up distribution, which distributed music in 26 countries. We got like 150 albums from India, from the Philippines. Then I was like, okay, what's next in the cycle of a musician's career is gigs. So then I set up a booking agency and we started doing gigs. And we brought people like Akon to India for the first time, Armin van Buuren. And I pretty much had to create like an alternate delivery mechanism for musicians, because I found, I mean, even though I worked with my first job, an internship was with Sridhar when I was 18. And I saw while there was a lot of infrastructure, it wasn't being directed into developing new talent. It was always taking the existing guys who were there and just working with them. And then I said, what are we actually doing to build new talent? Because I mean, this is about sustainability. And like what you guys have been doing, or what Sridhar is doing now with people like Badshah, is working with artists and working with them for 4 years and actually creating them into marketable names. I feel that going back to the issue of piracy, I mean, so after like almost 15 years in the music industry, I decided to step out of it and get a break and set up my own marketing agency. So now we work with FMCGs and governments and stuff. But as we were discussing, I feel like now is a good time to get back into the music industry, because I feel like there's a big change of guard. There's interesting people involved. The government is doing interesting things. I think people have realized that there's a twofold issue, which is, one is the government's regulations and actually, like Mr. Kapoor said, punishing people. The other thing is awareness and education. People don't appreciate the value of music. That's the saddest thing, and that is the biggest issue, is that people believe a lawyer should get paid, a banker should get paid, a doctor should get paid, but a musician just doesn't matter. And I think that's the biggest change that we need to create, is to spread awareness and actually let people understand that there is a value to music, because music is by far the most pervasive. It's everywhere, like it's on your mobile phone, it's on TV, it's on radio, you're singing it. Music is everywhere. It affects you psychologically, it affects you physically. I think there should be a greater emphasis on people understanding the actual value that music brings to our lives. Once people understand and absorb the fact that there is a value in music, then you can talk about, okay, now spend money on it.